Now, Hillsborough families have met the Prime Minister today after the progress of the Hillsborough Law has been delayed. Let's speak to Margaret Aspinall, who lost her 18-year-old son James in the tragedy, and Charlotte Hennessy, who lost her father in the disaster. Thank you both for being with us. And Margaret, first of all, I mean, decades of seeking justice, of seeking change, and it is not over yet, it seems.
No, unfortunately not. The debate was obviously never went ahead today, and I'm quite pleased it didn't, actually, because, I wasn't happy at all what was in the bill. And a lot of the families weren't, and that's what it was about, obviously the arena bombing families who were there. And, we're very disappointed, to be honest with you, because what we kept getting told is about national security. Well, national security didn't come into it at all whatsoever. What has national security got to do what happened at the arena bombing? Absolute disgrace, and we are really disappointed because when I first met the Prime Minister, now I am not blaming the Prime Minister. I think the Prime Minister is really doing his best to get this bill through, but we'd rather it be delayed and get it right rather than push it through and get it wrong. But he promised when I first met him that we would get it in all its entirety. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, it's not in all its entirety. And we are not happy with it, and I would not accept the way it is now.
Just to explain to viewers, this is all about the duty of candour and how that applies or extends to intelligence officers. Charlotte, Margaret was mentioning there the Manchester Arena bombing and how that applies in this case. How important do you think it is that intelligence officers, that MI5 are subject to, a similar duty of candour?
Extremely important, because they lied to Manchester Arena bombing families and they kept that lie for 6 years, which is why it was really important for the Prime Minister to hear from them today. I said to the Prime Minister, if we're not asking for any information to be released that would ever jeopardise national security, I think this is, it's just a ridiculous excuse to hide behind. Yeah. What we're saying is, if you get to an inquiry or an inquest, the incident's already happened, something has already gone wrong, and in their case, it was the terrorist attack. What we're asking for within the Public Accountability Bill is that when these people, these organisations, these public servants, when they come forward to give evidence, they are open, transparent and honest. And MI5 did not do that at the inquiry into the Manchester Arena bombing. So there's already one example of why there cannot be a carve-out for them.
Exactly.
And Margaret, I mean, this all stems, of course, from the police chiefs in the Hillsborough case spreading these false narratives over the years, including, blaming Liverpool fans. That is where this all stems from, yes?
Exactly, because it stems from the cover-up, because we were fighting for all of them years. And what you've got to remember, the truth costs nothing. Lies have cost billions. And to me, that should never happen. The person in charge should be held to account. They're the one who's given the orders. They're the one who's accepted that position. And they're the ones who should be held to account. Mm-hmm. And so what it's all about now is to make sure that cover-ups does not ever happen again, that they should be made to tell the truth. And if they don't, there's consequences for them. If I went to court now and I was given evidence, I have to swear on oath that I will tell the truth. If I don't tell the truth, I'm in contempt of court and something would happen to me, I'd be punished. That should apply to everybody.
Listen, just finally, I mean, what keeps you two going? on this?
So, in relation to the Public Accountability Bill, we've always remained united, haven't we? That this is about making sure that nobody ever goes through what we went through. Today, we were here purely to support the Manchester families. You know, this is still very new for them. We've been doing this for years, and this is about making a change for the better of the people of this country. And, you know, even though we've hit this point, and, you know, and we've worked so hard, and so has the Prime Minister, you know, we're not saying that this is it now and he's ruined it and it's all gone wrong. We're just saying that we just need to fix this little carve-out, and then we've got the Hillsborough Law in its entirety, and then we've achieved what we set out to do.
To change a law for the good of the people, that's the main thing.
All right, Charlotte and Margaret, thank you very much for coming on. Thank you.